Dear friends, I am Dr. Santosh Desai and I welcome you all to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to discuss how to find a particular integral when the RHS of given differential equation is sin ax or cos ax. So let us start. Let us consider the working rule to find the particular integral when x is equal to sin ax or cos ax. As we know that the particular integral of f of d of y is equal to x is given by this is pi is equal to 1 upon f of d into x. And let us consider x is equal to sin ax. So pi is equal to 1 upon f of d into sin ax. Now to find the particular integral, just we follow the following steps. So in the first step, replace d square by a square in f of d. That means in the denominator, everywhere in place of d square, you have to write the minus a square. So here, if the denominator contains d cube term, then rewrite it as d into d square, and in place of d square, you replace it by minus a square. If the denominator contains d raised to 4, then rewrite it as d square into d square or d square square, and again replace by d square by minus a square. So if you replace d square by minus a square in f of d, then 1 upon f of d takes any one of the form. So either it takes the form 1 upon m into d plus n, the middle sign may be minus, or it takes the form 1 upon m into d, or it takes the form 1 upon 0. So now we have to consider these cases one by one. So our first step is replace d square by minus a square in f of d. After replacing this f of d takes any one of this form. So either it is 1 upon md plus n or 1 upon md or 1 upon 0. So let us take first case. If 1 upon f of d takes the form 1 upon m into d plus n, if this is the case, then again we have to bring d square at denominator. So therefore we use the method of rationalization, that is multiply numerator and denominator by m into d minus n. So whatever the denominator term, you change the middle sign and just multiply by that new term to numerator and denominator. So therefore we get pi is equal to 1 upon md plus n, so into sin ax. So by rationalization method, so this is 1 upon md plus n, multiply and divide by md minus n. So we get this one. Now simplifying this. So if you simplify numerator, there is no change and denominator will take the form m square d square minus n square into sin ax. And again at denominator there is a term of d square. So again you replace or substitute d square is equal to minus a square in the denominator and simplify numerator. Now the simplification of numerator is nothing but m into d sin ax minus n into sin ax. So this is the first case when we get 1 upon md plus n. Now let us take if 1 upon f of d takes the form 1 upon m into d. Now this is a very simple case. So then just we know that 1 upon d is nothing but the integration. So therefore you directly take the integration. So that is pi is equal to 1 upon f of d into sin ax. This is equal to, suppose we are getting 1 upon md into sin ax and m is a number. So this is equal to 1 upon m into integration of sin ax dx. So this is second case. Second case is very simple one. Now let us consider next if 1 upon f of d takes the form 1 upon 0. That means if denominator is 0, then this method fails. So that is we are getting the case of failure, and in this case the particular integral is obtained by. So pi is equal to 1 upon f of d into sin ax. So in this case, just as we seen in the previous case, that is for x is equal to e raised to x, first we write one independent variable, so that is equal to x. Then take the derivative of f of d, that is f dash d into sin ax, and again repeat the above steps 1 to 3. That is, again we have to replace d square by minus a square and check whether that new term reduces to which one, and you again apply the previous methods. So you will get the particular integral when x is equal to sin ax or capital X is equal to cos ax. Now here we have to note some things. So first one, this method is applicable for sin x and cos x. So whatever the procedure just we have discussed, you can apply the same for when RHS is equal to cos ax also. So second one, above procedure is applicable for only functions of the form sin ax or sin of ax plus b and cos ax or cos of ax plus b. If suppose RHS is equal to sin raised to nx or x is equal to cos raised to nx, that is of the form suppose x is equal to sin square x sin cube x, or x is equal to cos square x cos cube x, or x is equal to multiplication of sine and cosine term. If this is the case, then we have to express these in terms of sin ax and cos ax first, and then apply and then simplify using above procedure. So you have to remember these following three notes, especially for node 3. So this method is applicable only for sin ax and cos ax. Now if it is clear, now let us consider the examples. So first solve d2y by dx square minus 5dy by dx plus 6y is equal to sin 3x. Now the solution of this equation is nothing but complementary function plus particular integral. So let us consider the given equation is equal to d2y by dx square minus 5dy by dx plus 6y is equal to sin 3x. Now the auxiliary equation is, it is d square minus 5d plus 6 is equal to 0. Now this is quadratic equation with the values of a is equal to 1, b is equal to minus 5 and c is equal to 6. So by using that formula, we get d is equal to 5 plus minus square root of 25 minus 4 a into c, that is 1 into 6 divided by 2. And simplifying the square root, so we get it is square root of 1. Square root of 1 is 1. So therefore we get d is equal to 5 plus minus 1 divided by 2. If you take plus sign and minus sign, simplifying, we get t is equal to 2 and 3. Now we know that if m1 and m2 are the two real roots of the auxiliary equation, then the complementary function is given by take one constant into e raised to first root into independent variable plus next constant e raised to next root into independent variable. So by applying this, the complementary function is, we get c1 e raised to 2x plus c2 e raised to 3x. So this is about complementary function. Now let us consider particular integral corresponding to sin 3x. Now we know the formula, pi is equal to 1 upon d square minus 5d plus 6 into sin 3x. Now remember that our first step is you have to replace d square by minus a square. Now here a is nothing but the coefficient of x, and the coefficient of x is 3. Take its square, so it is 9, and give it minus sign. So you have to replace d square by minus 9. So therefore we get 1 upon minus 9 minus 5d plus 6. Now keep remaining terms as it is. If there are terms of d square, d cube and d raised to 4, then you just substitute the corresponding values. Otherwise keep remaining terms as it is. So replacing d square by minus 9, we get 1 upon minus 9 minus 5d plus 6 into sin 3x. Now simplifying denominator, we get this is minus 1 upon 3 plus 5d into sin 3x. Now you can check here. Now after replacing d square by minus a square, here we are getting the term 1 upon md plus n. So now we have to use the method of rationalization. Now to use the method of rationalization, let us consider the denominator, change its middle sign, so and multiply to the numerator and denominator. So by method of rationalization, so we get this is minus 1 upon 3 plus 5d. Now here you have to multiply numerator and denominator by 3 minus 5d. So we get 3 minus 5ud divided by 3 minus 5ud into sine 3x. Now first we simplify this. There is no change in the numerator, so numerator remains as it is, and denominator takes the form. You can use the formula a plus b into a minus b, that is a square minus b square. So by using that, here we get 9 minus 25d square into sine 3x. Now again at the denominator there is a term of d square. So replace d square again by minus a square. So here we replace d square by minus 9. So therefore we get minus 3 minus 5d divided by 9 minus 25, and a square is minus 9 into sine 3x. Now just simplify denominator. So it is equal to minus 1 upon, it is 234. So numerator is as it is 3 minus 5d and denominator is 234 into sine 3x. Now our job is to simplify numerator. Now numerator is a multiplication of 3 minus 5d into sine 3x. So you just take the multiplication. So we get minus 1 upon 234 into bracket 3 sine x minus 5d into sine 3x. Now in the first term there is no simplification, but d into sine 3x, d stands for the derivative, so therefore we take the derivative of sine 3x, and therefore we get, this is minus 1 upon 234 remains as it is, 3 sine 3x minus derivative of sine 3x, it is 3 into cos 3x, but already there is 5, so we get minus 15 into cos 3x, and therefore one can take 3 common, so you will get, this is 1 upon 78 and give minus sign to the bracket, so we get, this is 5 cos 3x minus sine 3x. So this is the final particular integral when for the function sine 3x, and therefore the complete solution is CF plus PI. So therefore y is equal to, CF is C1 e raised to 2x plus C2 e raised to 3x, and then we just add PI. So this is plus 1 upon 78 5 cos 3x minus sine 3x. So if you follow just procedure, then one can easily solve any examples based on this. So let us consider one more example. Solve t square plus 1 into y is equal to sine x into sine 2x. Now here you can observe that the RHS is a multiplication of two trigonometric terms. So while finding the particular integral, you have to separate these two trigonometric terms. So that we will see later. Now let us consider first the given equation, d square plus 1 y is equal to sine x into sine 2x. The auxiliary equation is d square plus 1 is equal to 0. So this implies d square is equal to minus 1, and therefore d is equal to plus minus I. So the roots are imaginary, and again we know that if the roots are imaginary, if m1 is equal to alpha plus I beta and m2 is equal to alpha minus I beta, then the complementary function is CF is equal to e raised to alpha x into C1 cos beta x plus C2 sin beta x. So here alpha is equal to 0 and beta is equal to 1. So therefore we get CF is equal to C1 cos x plus C2 sin x. I hope it is clear. Now we find particular integral corresponding to sin x into sin 2x. So let us consider Pi is equal to 1 upon d square plus 1 into sin x into sin 2x. So let us adjust the term first. So you get 1 by 2 into 1 upon d square plus 1 into 2 times sin x into sin 2x. Now we know the formula 2 times sin a into sin b. So by applying that we get, so this is 1 by 2, 1 upon d square plus 1. Now we know that 2 times sin a into sin b is equal to cos a minus b minus cos a plus b. So here the value of a is x and the value of b is 2x. Substituting these values, so we get, this is equal to cos x, that is x minus 2x, that is minus x, but cos of minus x is cos x, then middle sign is minus, and cos a plus b, so we get x plus 2x, that is cos 3x. Now separating this, so we get 1 by 2 into bracket 1 upon d square plus 1 into cos x minus 1 upon d square plus 1 into cos 3x. Now again you have to apply the given method for these two terms. Again these two terms, in these two terms there is a cosine term. So in the first part replace d square by minus 1. So we get this is equal to 1 upon minus 1 plus 1 into cos x, and in the second part replace d square by minus 9. So we get this is minus 1 upon minus 9 plus 1 into cos 3x. Now if you simplify the first part is, this is you are getting denominator is 0. So therefore it is a case of failure, and we know that if you are getting the case of failure, then you have to apply the procedure. So 1 by 2, first we write one independent variable, that is x, then take the derivative of denominator, that is 1 upon 2d into cos x as it is, and in the second part the denominator is non-zero, and here we get simplifying this is plus 1 upon 8 into cos 3x. Now again we know that this is a 1 upon d into cos x, but the meaning of 1 upon d is nothing but the integration. So integration of cos x. So this is equal to x by 4 into integration of cos x plus 1 by 8 into 2, that is 1 by 16 into cos 3x. So this is equal to, so integration of cos x, that is equal to sin x. So x by 4 into sin x plus 1 by 16 into cos 3x. So this is the final particular integral, and therefore the complete solution is y is equal to again CF plus PI, and we know that CF is C1 cos x plus C2 sin x plus PI is x by 4 sin x plus 1 by 16 cos 3x. Now consider one more example. Solve d2y by dx square plus 3dy by dx plus 2y is equal to 4 cos square x. Now again first we simplify the auxiliary equation and then find the complementary function. So the given equation is, it is d2y by dx square plus 3dy by dx plus 2y is equal to 4 cos square x. So from this one can write very easily the auxiliary equation as, it is d square plus 3d plus 2 is equal to 0. Now again this is a quadratic equation with the values of a is equal to 1, b is equal to 3 and c is equal to 2. So using the quadratic formula, the roots are d is equal to minus 3 plus minus square root of, that is b square minus 4ac. So here 9 minus 4, a is 1 into 1 and c is 2, and divided by 2. Now if you simplify the square root term, it is 9 minus 8, it is 1, square root of 1 is 1. So this implies d is equal to minus 3 plus minus 1 divided by 2. So take one's plus and minus, and simplifying we get d is equal to minus 1 and minus 2. So therefore the complementary function is CF is equal to C1 e raised to minus x plus C2 e raised to minus 2x. Now we find the particular integral when capital X is equal to 4 cos square x. Now here we note that the given procedure is not applicable for this function, because here the power of cos x is 2, and whatever we have seen the method, it is applicable for sin ax and cos ax. So therefore we have to convert this cos square x in the form of, in multiple of sin ax or cos ax. So therefore we use the formula first, pi is equal to 1 upon d square plus 3d plus 2 into 4 cos square x. Now we know that cos 2 theta formula. So by using that, cos 2 theta is nothing but, it is 2 cos square theta minus 1, and simplifying for cos square theta we get 1 plus cos 2 theta divided by 2. So by using that formula, here one can write the value of cos square x as 1 plus cos 2x divided by 2. Now simplifying this and separating the terms, we get 2 divided by d square plus 3d plus 2 into 1, and plus 2 divided by d square plus 3d plus 2 into cos 2x. Now in the first term there is no function of x. So therefore there is no function of x, but you can rewrite it as e raised to 0x. So 2 divided by d square plus 3d plus 2 into 1 is nothing but e raised to 0x. So you can, for the first part, you apply the method for finding the particular integral when x is equal to e raised to ax. That is, you just replace d by a. And for the second part, we apply the method just we have seen. That is when x is equal to sine ax or cos ax. So in the first part, if you put d is equal to 0, we get 2 divided by 2 into e raised to 0x, plus in the second part, replace d square by minus 4. So we get 2 divided by minus 4 plus 3d plus 2 into cos 2x. Now 2 by 2, that is 1, e raised to 0x is 1. So we get 1 plus, simplifying the denominator, here we get 2 divided by 3d minus 2 into cos 2x. Now again denominator is in the form of md plus n. So middle sign, maybe it is minus. So therefore again we use method of rationalization. So therefore multiply this term by changing the sign of middle term, changing the middle sign. So we have to multiply here 3d plus 2. So multiplying second term by 3d plus 2 and dividing by 3d plus 2 we get. So first term is 1 as it is, then 2 divided by 3d minus 2, multiply and divide it 3d plus 2 into cos 2x. Now simplify numerator. So first term 1 plus numerator is 6d plus 4 and denominator is, that is by using a square minus b square, we get 9d square minus 4 into cos 2x. Again at the denominator there is a term of d square. So replace d square by minus 4 again. So we get 1 plus 6d plus 4 divided by, if you replace d square by minus 4, it is minus 36 and minus 4. So you get minus 40 into cos 2x. And now simplify numerator. So this is equal to 1 minus 1 upon 40 into bracket 6d cos 2x plus 4 cos 2x. Now again the first term d into cos 2x, that means derivative of cos 2x. And we know the derivative of cos 2x, that is minus 2 sin 2x. So therefore we get 1 minus 1 by 40 minus 12 into sin 2x, and second term remains as it is. So plus cos 2x. Now one can take 4 common and cancel with the denominator. So we get 1 minus 1 by 10 into bracket minus 3 sin 2x plus cos 2x. So this is the required particular integral, and therefore the complete solution is y is equal to c1 e raised to minus x plus c2 e raised to minus 2x plus 1 minus 1 by 10 into bracket minus 3 sin 2x plus cos 2x. So these are the some examples when x is equal to sin ax or cos ax. So remember that this procedure is applicable only when your RHS is a sin ax or cos ax only. So in the next video, we will discuss how to find particular integral when capital X is equal to x raised to m, that is for algebraic terms. So where m is any positive integer. So for more videos, please subscribe my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.